if any of those things were said during the Barely Famous recording, obviously things would have a very, very different outcome, and I probably wouldn't have aired it or talked to her at all.
What do you think about the new
but that's your
FOIA and the
daughter.
videos coming out?
Well, I hope they all come out soon.
You're hopeful for them to come out?
Yeah, I want all of them to come out.
Gypsy's not worried?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I think that it's important for everyone to see everything.
Keep making content.
Hey friends, for a quick video today, I thought something that would be interesting is to read the emails where Gypsy talks about dollars. And I think because there were restrictions on them asking for money specifically from Chillicothe, because she did get investigated for that at one point, instead of saying money in her emails, she would almost always do $2 signs. So that's what I've searched for. And it's really interesting to look at the different ways she talked about money to different people. So let's take a look, friends. As usual, my disclaimer, these emails were obtained through the Freedom of Information Act and the Missouri Sunshine Law. All prisoner communications are subject to Freedom of Information Act requests. Okay, so the first one we have here appears to be to Christy, and it's on October 6, 2020. And it says, I'm glad you had a nice birthday, Mom. Smile. Wish I could have been there. Soon I'll be home for the rest of your B-days. OMG, I'm not even going to give blank the time of day with her stunts. If someone sends me dollars, of course I'm going to say thank you. But to say that's the only way I'll email anyone is BS. Like I told Blank when he and I were talking yesterday about the groups, I'm not going to let any drama or talk bother me. I'm focused on what's good for me, and I'm not giving it a second thought. I love you. Hugs, Gyps. So they are handing out the form to fill out now. Do you think I should put some dollars in my savings for when I get released? Dinner is on me. Smile. Also, the hotel room, wine, and breakfast is also my treat. I know that I need money for canteen as well, so I might put some in savings and leave the rest on my account. I have canteen, pickup, school, and work today. How about you? A lot of us did not know that prisoners got stimulus checks until we read these emails, and that was shocking to many of us. What do y'all think, friends? And then here on August 18th, 2020, I'm not sure who exactly she's talking to. Gypsy says, I would need dollars, but I'm not asking, I'm not the kind to ask my friends for that. And this also is on August 14th, 2020. Again, I'm not sure who she's talking to. It looks like maybe it's someone who lives in California, because that's the email right above. It says they have a race car and race on weekends. Nothing that indicates the gender. But anyway, Gypsy says, my days normally consist of class, and when I'm not in class, I am writing, drawing, watching TV, or talking on the phone, LOL. I have a personal tablet, however, I cannot access the internet. My tablet doubles as a music player. I have 473 songs, all genres. I unfortunately cannot have care packages sent to me. The only things my facility allows to be sent is cards, letters, pictures, and if someone wanted to, they could add dollars to my account for canteen via JPay. Also, letters and pictures must be sent in separate envelopes. Through the JPay app, you can email back and forth. Obviously, you can send pictures as well as e-cards. Smile. I'd like to know what you look like, so if you can, send a pic. Then she says, oh, and you can also send 30-second videograms through JPay. Smile. And then down here, a little over 2 months later, October 26, 2020, she says, October 31st, 2020. She says, hi, blank. When is your next day off? I'd love to talk. Smile. By the way, is there any way you could put a few dollars on my account, please? Thanks. Talk soon. Gyps. And then down just a little bit more, we're at 12/13/2020. She says, hey, this is outbound from Gypsy. Hey, thank you so much for the dollars. I really appreciated it. How are you and your wifey? So again, whether it's male or female, it's someone married. And then in the middle of all that, September 24, 2020, Gypsy says outbound to someone. Again, no idea who. Hey, Blank, I'm doing all right. I've been busting my butt getting these math assignments in before quarterly report card. I'm such a big procrastinator. Sad face. Thank you for the dollars you sent. I wasn't expecting it. It actually helped me go get canteen this week, so that was very sweet of you. Not much going on here. It's like life in here is the same every day. Some days I'm like, what day is it? LOL. How do you change it up? An already boring routine. Some days I'm like, what did I do today? And I'm like, well, I stood over there for an hour and then I sat here for 2 hours. Interesting that she describes how she has nothing to do. She stood here for 2 hours, sat there for 2 hours, but also talks about how she procrastinated the math assignments while simultaneously describing it as busting her butt. Okay, then we have one here on July 14th, 2020. Gypsy says, LOL, so you wanted to see if I'm a real friend is why you did that? It's okay. The only thing you've ever done that kind of freaked me out was going off on me about the dollars you sent. Tongue face. FYI, I've been begging everyone for dollars lately. I'll explain why. It has to do with what I'm buying with any B-Day moolah I get. It's going to be so pretty. Anyways, I'm not mad at you for doing that. I get it. Smile. I don't know what the hell she's talking about there or who she's talking to. That was weird. Actually, I think it might be Ryan because she talks about a black stalker right above here. Yeah, I think this is Ryan because Ryan claimed he had a black girl stalker. He referred to her as the effing black girl, and I felt offended for all the beautiful black ladies everywhere. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm over offended, but just the tone that I felt like he was writing it in was just not cool, in my opinion. So here's a wild one, same time period, July 28th, 2020. Gypsy says, Smile, so sexy. Do you want to make your princess happy? Can you put some dollars on my JPay account? It's for things I need to take care of me. I like it when my guy takes care of me. Heart. So tell me more about yourself. If you want to talk on the phone sometime, I think international calls are more, but I'd love to talk to you. Smile. I can see up here, this is Brazil guy. Gypsy went a little nuts describing herself to this guy, and I'm not sure what the hell she's talking about here. So 2 days before, July 26, 2020, she describes herself to this guy. Listen to this, friend. She says, oh my God, you're a total babe. I want you so bad, baby. I hope you're ready to have a fun size babe to play with. I was totally turned on by your email and your interest in me. I want to know how far you'd like to go. I love the fact that you're from Brazil. I have a Brazilian wax. I'm so smooth. I also have a Brazilian Botox facelift. I also have Hershey Kiss nips and a bodacious booty. Seeing your pic was the highlight of my day and night. Wink. What is she talking? Oh, can prisoners get a Brazilian wax in prison? I know we have a lot of friends here in the comments who have been former prisoners. Can you let me know? Like, is that something that's possible? And I'm just curious what the reason is, because that just seems like it would be something that could very easily be made dangerous. you know, I don't know. But maybe there's a reason for it. But the next thing is she says, I also have a Brazil Botox facelift. What is she talking about? We know she had Botox injected into her salivary glands. Is she claiming one of the procedures that Dee Dee got her that she says is abuse as something that makes her beautiful here? I have a Brazil Botox facelift. I can't think of what else it would be. What do y'all think, friends? Let me know in the comments. And of course, she has to talk about her boobs and butt always. Ugh. And then forward in time. June 29, 2022, outbound. Do you have phone time yet? I can call you until I get more dollars, but I wanted to say hi. Smile. How are things? April 25th, 2022, outbound. Gypsy says, hi, I got your email from the 23rd. BTW, these emails are not instant. They can take a few days to process. Also, they only get processed Monday through Friday and not on Saturday, Sunday, or holidays. My work schedule is Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 11, and again at 12:30 p.m. to 3:15 p.m. If you would like to help me pay for phone calls, please set up a Securus phone account. It's 5 cents a minute, I believe. Right now, I don't have dollars on my phone account. That is why I have not called. Tongue face. Anyways, how are you? What are some of your interests? Okay, now this one is interesting because it's one that we have pretty well confirmed is a lie. Because as y'all know, Amber from Into the Weeds, her cousin is in Chillicothe Women's Correctional Center, the same prison Gypsy Rose is in. They were in there at the same time. Amber's cousin is still in there. And she was given 25 years for meth whenever Gypsy got 10 years for murder, friends. But anyway, because Amber's cousin is in Chillicothe, she is fully aware that you can send multiple inmates money because she's put money in her cousin's books and then other inmates that she's talked to there in her prayer group that she does for the inmates, the women inmates. So this is just absolutely not true. It seems to be something she was saying to manipulate, just like whenever she told Keen that they had to be married if she was going to home plan to him. So on 6/2022, Gypsy says to someone, I am on a 30-day phone restriction for using another girl's phone pin to call my family during the hurricane. I can use this phone again starting November 3rd. What's your phone number again? Okay, cool about the visits. Also, I wanted to mention, because you are on my visiting list and therefore mostly associated with me and are my friend, the rule states that if someone is on my visitors list, you cannot send anyone else, like say Millie, money for commissary. I'm not saying that you would or whatever. I'm just letting you know the prison has weird rules that I guess are there for a reason. But even though Blink is your friend too, or was, it's just you can't send multiple inmates dollars, or I would be the one who got in trouble. And right now, I don't need any more trouble than I'm already in for breaking rules. LOL. I live in an honor wing, and one more write up, and I'm getting kicked off. The prison has such stupid rules. I have a month to go and I got 10 days phone restriction because I borrowed a stamp envelope. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting. She did get investigated for having too many people sending her money. They, clearly figured out that she was basically doing Findom pay piggering through her emails. And I don't know what the limit is for prisons because I know a lot of inmates do it, but also clearly at some level, it wasn't okay to the point that she was investigated for it. She did get in trouble, but she also started again before she got out because we know the goddess emails. Now, the reason why the goddess emails didn't come up in this search for the double dollar signs is because she used that a lot, but with the goddess person, she would usually do $50, like just 50 and a dollar sign. So that's why those come up in a different search. And I have a different video on those for anyone interested. Well, I will cut off here and we will go out with the palate cleanser. Let me know what you think in the comments, friends, and I hope everyone's having a good day.